If the aim was to find a big space for what was billed as a big announcement, they certainly managed that. Workers at BAE Systems standing atop the giant ship they're building in a vast warehouse on the banks of the Clyde in Glasgow. We are in Govan, a place oozing shipbuilding history and heritage. The Prime Minister's vision, at least for the country, matching the scale of the backdrop he'd chosen.
We are moving to warfighting readiness. A battle-ready, armour-clad nation with the strongest alliances and the most advanced capabilities equipped for the decades to come.
Listen to those words, they're intentionally muscular. The plan is to persuade people in the forces to stay on and recruit more, fund repairs to military housing and build 6 new munitions factories.
An investment in British pride and the British people. A defence dividend that will be felt in the pockets of working people and the prosperity of the country.
He says he'll do that by bumping up defence spending as a proportion of our national income in the next few years and eventually
setting the ambition to hit 3% in the next Parliament, subject to economic and fiscal conditions.
Notice that normally shiny word, ambition, when the review's authors say 3% is necessary to deliver what they suggest. Prime Minister, you're sounding a bit shaky on the funding of all of this. Can you unequivocally say today that this will definitely be delivered?
Yes, I can, and I'll tell you for why. I'm 100% confident that this can be delivered because that was baked in from the very start of the reviews. Because what I wanted was to meet the new threats, the new instability, with a plan that matched our capability with the risk that we face as a nation.
This evening, 400 miles away in Westminster, the debate on the practicality and viability of the plan begins.
What they cannot hide is what's happened in plain sight. A total unravelling of their strategic defence review because, quite simply, they haven't got a plan to fund it. Yeah. An SDR without the funding is an empty wish list. The ships and submarines it talks of, they're a fantasy fleet.
From the back benches, there was this from a former army officer.
The British military is tiny. Recently, the Select Committee heard that if we had to fight tonight, we could scratch together 5 ships and 30 planes.
And he argued,
to fight and win wars, you need to have a mass of force, a large force with tech that is good enough, rather than a small, perfectly formed, high-tech force.
And there was this critique from the left about the government's choices.
It is at the same time slashing disability benefits, keeping millions of children in poverty through the 2-child benefit cap and cutting winter fuel support for pensioners. How does the government justify finding billions for war while claiming there's nothing for the poor?
The government says spending on ships like this is about deterring, preventing wars, but how to deliver what it's concluded is needed and with what trade-offs is the coming challenge.